Hey, I want to take just a second of your time and talk to you about something that I've noticed a lot over my career developing leaders. And I've realized that we often do a lot of things to develop our leadership abilities. We take courses, we read books, we put a lot of knowledge into our head. But after a week or two, we tend to forget about what we learned and we never put it to use. Sometimes we might retain only a small portion of what we learned and fail to put the bigger lessons into practice. One of these things that I utilize a lot in my trainings and my coaching is a DISC assessment. And if any of you have ever taken a DISC personality assessment before, uh, you might only be partially implementing the lessons that you learned. And I want to kind of explain that to you just a second here. You see, the purpose of a DISC assessment is not to understand who you are. And I think that's what a lot of people take away from it. They'll walk around and go, "Hey, I'm a D, I'm a C, I'm an I, I'm an S," and then they just use that as a way to explain away why they do things and why they act the way they do. I think your disc profile is utilized so that you can understand the people you work with, and so that you can wrap your brain around what they're doing. It's really more about them than it is about you, right? So your disc profile, it's your superpower, man. With that profile comes these superpower talents that you just naturally possess, and you know that they work really well for you. You can just stand on your head and do these superpowers. They work, and they work well, and you work well with them. But when you're managing a team, I think we're tempted to intervene when one of our direct reports tries to utilize a technique that doesn't work for us. So, in other words, if we see one of our direct reports trying something and we've tried it in the past and it doesn't work, we feel like we're coming to the rescue and we're going to stop them from failure. And we feel like this superhero, um, and we try to stop them from making a mistake. But in essence, we're just insisting they abandon their superpowers and learn to utilize ours. You see, they have unique skills you don't possess. And your job as a manager is to coach them to get the most out of their superpowers and apply them to the product you both are working towards. You see, if your direct report fails because they did something your way, you can't hold them responsible for the results. And failure becomes the norm. Nobody wants that. But if you grant them the authority to try doing a task their way, you can hold them accountable for the outcome all day long, right? So it's okay to manage the product, but the process requires coaching. Remember, your job as a leader is to help your employees develop the skills only they possess. When they accomplish great things, stand back, applaud, and refuse to take any credit. You see, that, my friends, is the essence of true leadership.